Present.
President Larson.
Here, I'll count it into counted for. This time I'd like to indicate we have a scout troop here tonight for flag ceremony, so please proceed.
Please rise. Scout salute. If not in uniform, put your hand over your chest. Yes. Color guard forward march. Right. Color guard forward march. Color guard cross the colors. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout sign. Please join us in reciting the Scout Law. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to God and my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help others at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. 2. Color guard, hoist the flag of the United States of America. Color guard, hoist the flag of the great state of Illinois. Color guard, color guard, hoist the flag of the village of Schaumburg. And color guard, honor your colors. Color guard, dismissed. Audience, please be seated.
Okay, before you're completely dismissed, we have some flag patches for Scott. Okay. Patches, wow.
Thank you.
We can call you patches.
Have you any patches for me?
What?
No.
Thanks. Thank you.
Good job.
The last one.
Thank you very much.
A motion is in order for the approval of the September 25th minutes.
Move to approve?
It's both the regular and the closed session minutes?
Yes, yes.
Second. Moved and seconded with a clerk poll.
Trustee Kozak?
Aye.
Trustee Conley?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Madey?
Aye.
Trustee Daly?
Aye.
6 ayes, votes, no nays, motion carries. Approval of expenditures, we have a list of expenditures for approval. Motion is in order.
Move to approve the expenditures as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the expenditures as presented, again with the clerk poll the board.
Trustee Kozak?
Aye.
Trustee Conley?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Madey?
Aye.
Trustee Daly?
Aye.
6 ayes, votes, no nays, motion carries. Request from Christina
Dickens.
Gibbons for a what was it, Class 1A liquor license. Is the petitioner here? Please come forward and address the board.
Good evening, Board.
Yes, what are your plans at that location?
Will be 17 South Roselle.
What are your plans for that location?
Will be a full sit-down restaurant, sir.
And what type of liquor are you planning to serve?
It'll be full liquor license,
So you'll have beer, wine, and hard liquor?
beer, wine, hard liquor, but it's gonna be limited. We're not planning to sell a lot of alcohol.
Okay.
Questions from the board?
Yeah,
Trustee Dunham?
What's the theme of the restaurant?
So it's gonna be a Chinese restaurant.
Chinese.
We were part of a concept in Chicago, downtown. We opened our first restaurant here in Illinois about almost 3 years now. Been doing well, and we started branching out, and we were happy to pick Schaumburg as our second location.
Further questions, comments from the board? What was at that location before?
In 17 South Roselle,
Okay.
I think it was a historical building. Easy Does It Pub, I believe.
Easy Street.
Easy Street, yeah, correct. It's been there for quite a while. It's one of the historical place.
Seeing no objections, hearing no objections, then you want to make an appointment with the liquor commissioner to come and view what your plans are. If you pay the appropriate fee, and you pay the code enforcement has been taken care of, then you get your application from the liquor commissioner's office. There'll be a background check for the police department, and a positive response to that, and you'll issue the license.
Absolutely.
When do you assume that's going to take place?
The opening?
Yes.
So right now, the building owner, Easy Does It, which pretty much the owner of Illuminati's, are doing their part of building rehabbing the interior. So my plan is hopefully start building in December and open sometimes in April or May. So.
Okay. Further questions, comments from the board? Thank you. Welcome to Schaumburg.
So thank you so much.
Sir, can you write your name on that sheet of paper there for the record?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Request from Mr. Help me here, Ryan.
Sudhir Velpula.
Velpula for Class A liquor license for the 151 West Gulf Road, new licensee. Somebody here from representing the petitioner?
Somebody here from Godavari? Okay, we can hold that one over until next time.
And that completes my liquor license report. Now you've attached to the regular agenda, consent agenda. I'll take one motion from the village board to approve all the items on the consent agenda. If someone has a concern or question about an item, please indicate that to the clerk when we get that item, and we'll take it from the item and refer the matter to committee reports. And I now turn the podium over to our wonderful clerk.
Okay, number 1, correspondence. The motion would be to ratify the request from Friendship Senior Options Foundation to hold a raffle on October 6th, 2018 at the Hyatt Regency Hotel, 1800 East Gulf Road, and to grant a variance code section 117.31 for a ticket price exceeding $5. 2, proclamations. A, Extra Mile Day, November 1st, 2018. B, American Heritage Indian Heritage Month, November 2018. 3, Engineering and Public Works Committee. The motion would be to approve the extension of the contract for snow removal of cul-de-sacs for the approved budget with Tovar Snow Professionals of East Dundee, Illinois. And the motion would be to approve the extension of the contract for snow removal at municipal lots and sidewalks for the first year and subsequent optional years not to exceed the approved budget with Snow Systems of Wheeling, Illinois. C, the motion would be to approve participation with Sourcewell National Auto Fleet Group and approve the issuance of purchase orders to Bobcat Company of Elk Grove, Illinois for purchase of Bobcat equipment in a total amount of $60,622.70, and Trans-Chicago Truck Group of Elmhurst, Illinois for the purchase of 2 2020 Freightliner SD 108 tandem axle dump trucks and 1 Freightliner aerial chipper truck with equipment in a total amount of $596,959. D, the motion would be to authorize the participation in the Northwest Municipal Conference Suburban purchasing cooperative contracts number 178 and 181, and approve the issuance of purchase orders to Curry Motors Fleet of Frankfort, Illinois, for the purchase of one 2019 Ford F-450 4x4 dump bed truck and two 2019 Ford F-250 4x4 trucks in a total amount of $181,333. E, the motion would be to approve an extension of the professional services contract with Christopher P. Burke Engineering Limited of Rosemont, Illinois, for interim public assistance works director at an amount not to exceed $92,400. F, the motion would be to approve participation in the National Cooperative Purchasing Alliance contract number 04-11 and authorize issuance of a purchase order to F.H. Paction of Chicago, Illinois, for the Trickster Gallery HVAC replacement project in the amount not to exceed $178,770. G, the motion would be to approve participation in the Gordian IQC job order contract and authorize issuance of a purchase order to Paul Borg Construction Company of Chicago, Illinois, for the Slingerland House demolition in the amount of $81,433.05 and approve the removal of this asset. H, the motion would be to approve change order number 1 with the Pardo Companies, Inc. of Chicago, Illinois, for the Public Safety Building Sprinkler Improvement Project in the amount of $27,377.41 and approve the required resolution. I, the motion would be to approve change order number 2 with Plody Construction, Inc. of Hoffman Estates, Illinois, for the 2017 Street Improvement Program, contract number 1, in the amount of $178,155.91 and approve the required resolution. J, the motion would be to award the Walnut Lane improvements Weathersfield Way to Schaumburg Road construction engineering services with AECOM of Chicago, Illinois, in the amount of $340,057.03 and approve the required resolution. K, the motion would be to approve the local agency agreement for federal participation for the Walnut Lane improvements, Weathersfield Way to Schaumburg Road, and approve the required resolution. 4, finance, legal, administrative, and general government. The motion would be to approve the Finance Department monthly report for July 2018. B, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance repealing the car allowance for village president effective May 14th, 2019. C, the motion would be to authorize payment of expenses in the amount of $70,650 to the Schaumburg Dance Ensemble for the November 30th to December 9th, 2018 production of the Nutcracker. D, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance amending the Schaumburg Village Code, Chapter 41, Section 4101, Village Fee Schedule. E, the motion would be to award the property and liability insurance contract to the Trident Insurance Company of Chicago, Illinois, for the village's liability exposures and Chubb Group Insurance of Schaumburg, Illinois, for its property and boiler coverage, and approve a resolution authorizing the village manager to direct Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, Inc. of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, to bind property and liability coverage as detailed in the 2018-19 insurance proposal at a total cost, including brokerage fee, of $512,076. F, the motion would be to direct staff to draft an ordinance to allow the sale of packaged craft beer, cider, and wine. 5, Transportation Committee. The motion would be to adopt an ordinance amending Title VII, Chapter 74, Schedule I regarding two-way stop intersections, Title VII, Section 74, Schedule B regarding schedule yield intersections, Title VII, Section 74, Schedule 8 regarding speed limits, Title Section and Section 75, Schedule I regarding no parking at any time for Pleasant Square subdivisions. B, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance amending Title VII, Chapter 74, Schedule I regarding two-way stop intersections, intersections, Title VII, Schedule 74, Schedule 8 regarding speed limits, Title VII, and Section 75, Schedule I regarding no parking at any time for Skywater Drive. C, the motion would be to refer the complete streets policy statement to the Committee of the Whole. 7, resolutions. The motion would be to adopt as Resolution R18088, authorizing Village of Schaumburg's subordination of mortgages or liens on 28 Somerset Lane, Schaumburg, Illinois. B, the motion would be to adopt as Resolution 18-089, authorizing change order number 1 with Lepardo Companies, Inc. for the public safety building sprinkler system improvements for an increase of $27,377.41. C, the motion would be to adopt as Resolution R18-090, authorizing change order number 2 with Ploty Construction, Inc. for the 2017 Street Improvement Program Contract Number 1 for an increase of $178,155.91. D, the motion would be to adopt as Resolution 18-091, authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement with AECOM for the Walnut Lane improvements, Weathersfield Way to Schaumburg Road, construction engineering services. E, the motion would be to adopt as Resolution 18-092, authorizing the village president to execute the Illinois Department of Transportation local agency agreement for federal participation for the Walnut Lane improvements, Weathersfield Way to Schaumburg Road. F, the motion would be to adopt as Resolution R18-093, authorizing the village manager to direct Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Service, Inc. to bind property and liability insurance coverage with Trident Insurance Company and Chubb Group Insurance 2018-2019. G, the motion would be to adopt as Resolution 18-094, repealing R18-070 and authorizing the village president and village clerk to execute a corrected indemnification and insurance agreement between the Village of Schaumburg and Versailles Associates Owner LLC for the permanent easement grants, Versailles on the Lakes. 7, ordinances. The motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance 18-115, amending Title VII, Chapter 74 and 75, various schedules, Pleasant Square subdivision. B, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance 18-119, amending Title VII, Chapter 74 and 75, various schedules, Skywater Drive. C, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance 18-117, amending the liquor code dealing with liquor license Class C packaged beer, cider, or wine. Title 11, Chapter 112. D, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance 18-118, amending Title III, Chapter 30, Section 36 of the Schaumburg Village Code relative to the village president's car allowance. E, The motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance 18-119, amending Title III, various sections of the fee schedule, 2019 general fees and community development fees. This concludes the consent agenda.
Motion's in order?
Madam Clerk, I think you may have misread the item B. I think that should be ordinance number 18-116.
Yes, what did I say?
119.
Oh, okay, no, 116 is B.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All
Thank
right.
you.
With that correction, I think the
Okay.
motion is now in order.
Motion to approve the consent agenda is presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as submitted. Will the clerk please poll the board?
Trustee Kozak.
Aye.
Trustee Conley.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Madey.
Aye.
Trustee Daly.
Aye.
6 ayes, votes, no nays, motion carries. Committee reports. Any committee reports to come before the board? Comments from the audience? Would you like to address the board on matters pertinent to the village of Schaumburg? Please come forward and hold forth. Council report.
I have no report other than to inform the board that we will have a need to go into closed session at the close of our regular business, and we do not expect any action after that closed session.
For President's report, a recommendation for the appointment of Mr. Scott Flegenhauer as the chairperson of the Blood Program Committee. The motion's in order.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Managers report.
I only have one item this evening, and that is to ask for the board's concurrence and approval of the cancellation of village board meetings on November 27th and December 25th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business to come before the board? Unfinished business? Unfinished business? Was that a, making gestures? No? Any unfinished business? Any trustee comments and mentions? You're holding it all in.
Yes, I do have one.
Trustee Dunham?
I hope that we can get the harmonic brass from Munich, Germany back next year. They were, without a doubt, fantastic.
It's a good group.
And anybody who missed them really missed something.
Yeah, they were quite
It
good.
was just
And
amazing.
a sense of humor, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George, I actually
Trustee
talked
Conley.
with them after the event, and they come to the United States for this type of tour every 2 years. And I did get the card, which I passed on to the Prairie Center. They would know it, anyway, because they booked it. They would be very interested in doing some kind of a teaching thing, clinic with the youth orchestra in the afternoon. They do that at a lot of the places. They go to a lot of universities and that kind of thing. But I would agree with you. They were very good, and there were some youth orchestra participants in attendance. I was talking with a young woman who was new on playing the French horn, and she came in with her mother and brother from Elgin. So it was a great opportunity, I think, for young people to see that kind of performance as well. So
The-
maybe in 2 years, we've got 2 years to work on a corporate sponsor. It'd be great if we could get somebody who'd help us sponsor it so we could do a workshop and invite high school kids and our symphony orchestra kids to participate with them in some type of a teaching seminar in the afternoon.
When I spoke with them after the performance, they said they were looking strongly at the idea of coming back every year.
Oh, every year,
That they
okay.
didn't have, the tradition up to this point had been every 2 years, and that they didn't have firm plans to be back next year, but they said they'd
Mhm.
like to. And so I suppose that's in the works.
Trustee Kozak, have you been a comment?
Not me.
Were the trustee comments and mentions? A motion to go to into executive session is in order.
Yes, so we need a motion to go into closed session under the Open Meetings Act, Section 2C1, regarding the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the village. And, well, that could include any of those, not necessarily all of them. And in accordance with Section 2C11, involving an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the village that has been filed and pending before a court or administrative tribunal.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Clerk, please pull the board.
Trustee Kozak.
Aye.
Trustee Conley.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Madey.
Aye.
Trustee Daly.
Aye.
6 ayes, votes, no nays, motion carries. Will it be coming out in the public to report?
We will not. Our agenda has nothing on it afterward, and nor does the situation call for any formal action at the close of the closed session, so the meeting will be adjourned completely at the close of the closed session.
Was there a motion in order to move to
Yeah.
executive session?
There was,
Yes.
and it passed 6-0.
Thanks.
So we will move into closed session.
Thank you.